First, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and double honors to the elders and apostles, Great Millstone, who are teaching this truth and sincerity. And a shout out to Yakim that's out there on the four quarters of the earth, pushing this truth, risking your lives to do so, as pretty much, as you know, the famine of the word is coming, where you will not hear this on the streets no more. You won't see us out on the streets anymore because, like everything else, they're shutting channels down, pretty much they're conspiring it as hate speech. And what does hate mean? It means you don't like something, so you're not to speak out loud what you don't like. And if anybody watched WWE last night, there was a bit of truth that was not even scripted. The character Roman Reigns actually went off last night about Brock Lesnar, which we like to call the paperweight champion, that pretty much he's just handed everything. He doesn't have to show up to work on time or anything, that he's pretty much, quote-unquote, Vince's little boy. And because he spoke out about it and spoke the truth about it, that, Brock Lesnar, man, he's not a full-time wrestler or anything like that. He actually showed that he was a disgruntled employee. Guess what happened to him? He got suspended. And Vince McMahon covered his ass. Well, that's the same thing that's going on with everything else, right? They don't like what we're teaching, man, because this is a song that they can't learn, because they're finding out that this song does not include everyone. This song only includes the elect of Israel. That's about it. And they're the only ones that are going to learn this song. Yahweh Shai only came to save his elect. That's the whosoever in John 3:16. To save the whosoever among the nation of Israel. Because world means people. For he only came to save his people. And that's just something that, has been a lie for so long, stretched Christianity. And so we've been tearing down that doctrine of devils for quite some time. And this is a big time threat to Esau's structure. So, like everything else, you get flagged, you get taken down, because it might be construed as hate speech. And so, I'm going to, like I said, create a backup channel to this. Just call it Confusion of Face Reading 2. And I'll try to, as I get that going, put up links for that just in case they take that down. Because you know as well as I do, that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to read out of Hosea chapter 2. Say ye unto your brethren, Ami, and to your sisters, Rahama, plead with your mother, plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts. And well, what is considered spiritual whoredom and adulteries among Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai? Adopting these other philosophies, being married into these other philosophies, such as stretch Christianity and just, or any of the other ones, Islam, they just pretty much the lies of this world. Lest I strip her naked and set her in the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. And that's what happened when we were brought over here to America, Babylon the Great, This characters really represent what happened to the nation of Israel, as we are a fallen nation. And I will not have mercy upon her children, for they be the kingdom of whoredoms. That's what happened. That's why we were brought over here, that we would be taught these other philosophies, because we had went off. We were not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We wanted to live like the other nations. Well, and these other nations all conspired together that we would not remember that we're Israelites, so we would become like the other nations with these whoredoms. For her mother hath played the harlot, and she conceived them that hath done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread, and my water, my wool, and my flax, mine oil, and my drink. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns, and make a wall, that she will not find her paths. And she shall follow after her lovers. She shall not overtake them, and she shall seek them, but she shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go return to my first husband, for then was it better with me than now. And that's what happened, we're coming back to the realization that we are the Hebrew Israelites, you know, and we're coming out of these whoredoms where we have learned our lesson, you know, and that's really what it was about. The elect, the 1/3, are not going to stay in these philosophies. We're going to come out of that, and we're going to prophesy the downfall of this place, which is what you're seeing now. You're seeing Israelites, the elect, the 1/3, coming out here and teaching this new song, which only the elect are going to understand it, you know. And so we know that this is hurting Esau in every way possible, because he can no longer cling to Christianity. Christianity is lost, as well as all the other philosophies. He's lost. Look at what's happening over here. Just here in Redding alone, we are losing Sears and Kmart, you know, and they're trying to avoid the subject, the fact that, you know, this place, you know, already was poor to begin with. But now that you've taken that away, that's 200 more jobs lost. And so, you know, what's going to happen there when the homeless rate's already 30% anyways, you know? And we just see the attitude of these snobs, you know, towards the homeless. The attitude that, you know, oh, we don't want them there, you know, that the worst thing that could ever happen to them is that somebody might ask them for a fucking quarter, you know. And it's like, well, you're about to be homeless. 200 people just got laid off and probably will not find work again. It's very hard to find a job here unless you're in construction or in the medical field. You think people working at Kmart are in that field? Absolutely not. Or the people at Sears. No. So, you know, eventually they're going to end up homeless too, you know? Because, let's face it though, this place, America, is going broke. Cannot pay its debts and is in debt, and, you know, we keep on seeing pop-ups all the time to where Toys R Us may be closed completely this year. You know, and we're seeing it with Sears and Kmart, you know, that it's not just store closings, but it's the beginning of the whole thing collapsing, because that's what happened with Mervyn's, that's what happened with McMahon's, you know, when they started downsizing the stores. Eventually they were gone completely within that same year. So, you know, we're seeing this happen, you know. So, you know, like everything else, that's what people cleave to, you know. They don't cleave to this word. And the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai ain't going to be on here much longer. You know, we will not be on YouTube much longer. Our channels are getting deleted. Our live streams are being taken down by the so-called white man, because he knows that he has a short time to continue to deceive. He's in that short season where he should go out in the four corners of the earth and deceive them. You know, and we know that he's at the end of the season, you know. So he's come down having great wrath. And we can see that, you know, martial law is coming. They keep on staging these events in Florida, you know. I mean, we all know that the shit is fake, you know, because if you might say Parkland shooting fake, oh boy, okay, now they're going to take down your channel because it's a hate speech. You know, you don't see too many videos anymore of the Boston bombing being a hoax or Sandy Hook being a hoax. No, man, because what's happening, though, is that the truth is hurting. You know, Esau's been exposed for their lies, and so they're trying to cover that up. But they can't cover this up. It will not hide. And we know what Esau is doing in Syria. We know that pretty much that he has turned that place desolate, and he's in Syria now, you know, that ISIS really is nothing more than an American proxy army, you know, and oh, so what are they going to do? They're just going to keep this thing escalating. Of course they're going to escalate the war. But it is the Most High himself that's hardening Pharaoh's heart. We know that the current Pharaoh right now, it is America, you know, because this place is Egypt spiritually. And so we know that he's not going to let it go. He's going to keep on going after. He's not going to let our people go. No, he's going to keep us enslaved. He never did turn the house to his prisoners. You know, martial law is coming. You know, the mark of the beast is continuing to be pushed. You know, it's continually pushed. You know, they're getting rid of the old money system. That's why all these places are shutting down. And that's why Walmart's taken over every town. You know, been taking over every town for quite a while. You know, and like everything else, they just wanted that dependency to where Walmart's the only place. But eventually you won't even be able to go to that because that'll be a FEMA detention center. You know, so no, man, there's no hope here. There's no hope whatsoever, except in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. You know, so like everything else, though, we ain't gonna be on here much longer. So download, save, and re-upload as much as you can. You know, most of all, keep this stuff saved, because a USB stick, a USB thumb drive, a USB extra port, or your computer, laptop, whatever you're saving them to, maybe all that you have to rehearse. We're just rehearsing righteous acts now, you know, but having the full breakdown and all that, enjoy it while you can, because Esau is shutting it all down. So I hope this has been edifying, and shalom to Yakim that's out there. And like everything else, man, just keep on pushing. Esau's coming down hard because he knows that this truth is hurting him. Shalom.